Ka Joint Action Committee JAC ka bakan thop ya ka Nehu ta Nehun sa bat Nehu su kala berngam ban mudoi sa Meghalaya High Court da ka bakan no ba Vice Chancellor VC ka Northeastern Hills University Nehu ula ban Kenya ki kandon ka UGC Model CRR ban thong ya Urohit Prasad komu Technical Consultant ka school ba habakran sekilar pathai khubor haka pratari gunai wing arhajar arphulai ha Shillong Press Club Chairman ka JAC Professor Lakhon kma ula kano abo Vice Chancellor ka Nehu utmu banyalam bakla yaki samla pule bat no hikai ka Nehu bat ikipat ba ka jala habayade ka jing Donkam sop yu Rohit Prasad komu Technical Consultant haba penram ya ka jing penksan u Vice Chancellor habayade ka jing Donkam yu Rohit u Professor Lakhon ula ong dang shen Vice Chancellor habakran sekilar pathai khubor ula penksan baka jing Donkam yu Rohit kalongkat kum ki kendon ka UGC Model CRR hadin bala menjur daka Executive Council jong ka school ba u Professor Lakhon ula kam bakat kum ki kendon ka UGC Model CRR ka kedau shai baki Vice Chancellor jong ka no ka school ba kimla ban Donkam nrei ya ka jing Donkam de ban kmi hi daka Selection Committee bat hadin kani ke Executive Council kan sa menjur yanu en Donkam ki kendon ka UGC Model CRR ki kedau shai balada ka school ba ka Donkam nong trei ka de ban pentip sya ka UGC naga benta ban mang pisa hadin balayo jing menjur na ka UGC ka school ba ka de ban pentip pat ba lengba ki advertisement hakikat khubor bat hadin kani en sa shong ka Selection Committee ban le ya ka Donkam kum ka interview laong u Professor Lakhon u Professor Lakhon ulakam ba u Vice Chancellor u klam board yakini kendon bala kedau haneng henrei usu pentibet bala thong yu Rohit hadin ba ulashim hi ya ka interview bala menjur daga Executive Council namar ba u Vice Chancellor ula penkhen ki kendon ka JAC kala rai ban tho show President kari India bat sha ulat ka jela ban ujor persha ya u bat haka ju ka por ka JAC kan shong da ka jinga lang haka khandai tarik mentau benai ban shim rai kumnu banyat shakmat ki jinga ki bat haka ju kapor ban ya phaliu jingmut Lada Donkam ne em ban Ujor sa Meghalaya High Court persha ya Vice Chancellor ka Nehu ulong
here after we have seen the press conference that was given by the Vice Chancellor, and if you don't mind, I mean, what I will do is because we have to send this message to him mainly. And that's why we will start with cutting his points that he has said to the media. So I hope you won't mind if I complete our rebuttal in English and then we choose to any other language that you would like to speak. So that he understands, because it's no point if I speak in Khasi or any other language and he doesn't understand what we have rebutted. I think that is important. So we are here actually to refute each and every what I would say allegations or the blame that he has put to the members of Nehuta, the JAG members, and indeed we find his conference, the press conference that he has held on the 4th of November, very childish with serious lack of maturity and full of lies. And that's why we are here. We are on our firm stand that he has violated what we know as the UGC Model Cadre Recruitment Rule, the Model CRR. Let me start by simply cutting across each and every point that he has made right from the beginning till the end of his interview. He started by saying that Rohit was appointed by following due procedure. I think that was a blatant lie. Indeed, if you look at, and I'll show you the documents, and we have copies that will be distributing among the press fraternity. Mr. Rohit was appointed against the UGC, the Model Cadre Recruitment Rule, in violation which is meant for all non-teaching staff of Central University, and which of course was already adopted by Nehu in its 185th meeting, which was held on 11/10/2022, and he has also violated serious guidelines of the rules of Nehu and UGC guidelines. Now why I say so, if you remember, he said clause 6B of CRR. This is the CRR document that we have. Now if you go to, it is the Model Cadre Recruitment Rule for non-teaching post of Central Universities, and it starts with the post of registrar. It goes on and on and on, and it comes last. In between, it also have a post called technical officer, which is the center of all the controversy. I'll come back to it. And of course, it ends with the driver, which is basically, or rather, the hostel attendant, which is the lowest. Now what he has done, Very selectively, he has quoted the clause number 6b, which says the appointing authority is Vice Chancellor for the post of permanent appointment to Group B and also temporary appointment to Group A and Group B. That's perfectly fine. What he has misled is, after the clause number 6 comes the clause number 7, which speaks about the method of recruitment. Then it comes the clause number 8, which is the authorized sanctioned strength of the post under various cadre. Then comes clause number 9, which is basically the maintenance of the cadre post. Then comes 10th, then comes the 11th. And this is where we are trying to say that he has seriously violated. And this clause 11 says, and I will just read the relevant portion and we'll give you a copy so that you can really go through it after we finish. It says, number 11, it says the procedure to be adopted for recruitment. And number 1, issue of advertisement. It says the vacant post of permanent nature, comma, post approved under specific scheme of permanent nature, comma, the post of temporary nature likely to be continued, tenure/deputation post, etc., shall be advertised at an appropriate time, giving at least one insertion in any of the national dailies and one insertion in the university website, which he has not done. And he very conveniently misled the public of Meghalaya to say that he has followed the model CRR, and he very conveniently avoided this portion. Further, it says the candidate may fill up the prescribed application form along with the details of qualification, experience and other requirements as per procedure to be prescribed by the university, and submit the application duly completed in all respect along with the prescribed application fee, if any, within the stipulated time. Now this is a rule that he very conveniently chose to ignore, because what he did is he basically went just by reading that appointing authority is the Vice Chancellor. But he forgot that appointing authority doesn't mean you are the selection committee. And this is where it is important to understand that if he has followed the rule, he would have gone to an extent where we will look at the criteria that is required, and he has misled the public by saying that this person has been appointed by due procedure. We would like to very seriously refute it. The post, like he said, doesn't exist. What exists is, and I'll read it and you will get a copy, I think you will verify. It says technical officer / maintenance engineer. There is no term called consultancy because that is not approved by UGC. UGC doesn't give non-teaching positions as far as the consultancy is concerned. And not only that, for this post, if you look at the qualification that is required, and why I am going to highlight this before we come to the general issue. It says you have to have the qualification number 1, master degree with 55% marks in relevant subject. Number 2, 5 years experience of maintenance / operation of sophisticated scientific instruments in the laboratory as senior technical assistant or equivalent. Or researchers having 5 years experience of operation of sophisticated scientific instrument in the laboratory and postdoctoral level will also be eligible. And this is where you see that if you look at his qualifications, nowhere he has ever worked in a lab. Leave aside handling any sophisticated scientific instrument. Rather, he was working on, which again we will raise a lot of doubt because he claims, as per the RTI that has been filed, that he has been involved in designing software and all sort of things, which has nothing to do, which means apparently he doesn't qualify to be appointed against this post. Further, the more important information that we have to share with the media is, and of course the general public of Meghalaya and beyond, the VC is nobody to appoint any person. Rather, there is a selection committee. And the selection committee, and I'll give you a copy of this as well, it says number 1, what will be the composition of selection committee for Group A post, which is what we have mentioned regarding the technical officer / maintenance engineer. Number 1, Vice Chancellor / Pro Vice Chancellor will be the chairman. 2 experts not in the service of university nominated by the Vice Chancellor out of the panel approved by the Executive Council of Nehu. They will be member. Head of the department another member, one member of the EC nominated by the EC itself, representative of SC, ST, OBC, women, and so on and so forth, like we do for all recruitment in Nehu. You have to have one minority representation, and there is a registrar who is also the member, which means VC cannot claim, and he did claim, very interestingly, he claimed that I have conducted interview online. He is nobody to conduct interview, because if at all, it will be done by the selection committee, which means first he should have advertised the post, then you will know what qualification is required, you have to screen the candidate, then you have to shortlist the candidate, then you have to call for selection committee, then based on the selection of selection committee, the EC or the VC will then appoint based on the recommendation of selection committee, which he has not done. And this is the most serious blatant violation of UGC norms. I think he will have to pay very, very dearly, because this kind of violation of model CRR cannot be condoned by UGC at any point of time. Further, what is important to understand is that he also quoted about the power of the VC, and where he's, and before that I would like to come to this RTI reply, which also will be giving to you, where he claimed by himself. That's how we came to know. Somebody asked, another one of our JEC member asked in the RTI, what was the selection, was there any advertisement? He said no advertisement floated. What was the selection committee? Who were the selection committee members? No selection committee was constituted. However, interview was conducted online by the Vice Chancellor. He is nobody to conduct an interview. If at all, it will be the selection committee. That too, he cannot do it online. And that's where it is so important that he has quoted the same rule here, which was adopted by the 185th meeting of the Executive Council, and he himself violated it. And now he is claiming without any remorse that he has done everything right. And as we have seen, we have shown amply that this guy has been appointed in a wrong manner. Similarly, his salary was paid at 75,040 rupees, including the DA. The DA is inclusive of within the 75,040, 38% DA. You never paid any contractual employee a DA. At all, you have to give him a lump sum money, which is as per. So 75,000 was paid to this person, again violating the rule, the norms that we have, because you cannot pay somebody with DA without the sanction post that is authorized by UGC. And that's where he continues to when you look at the qualification of this guy, and you will be surprised. I mean, you will have a look at it. He says he has done diploma information technology. By the way, this is just an RTI reply. We have not seen any document, so really it's a big question mark there itself. Diploma information technology 2010. BE Information Technology 2013, MBA Human Resources 2016, MBA Information Technology same year 2016, I don't know how, MPhil Commerce 2017. When you look at this qualification itself, it raises serious doubt. But it doesn't concern us simply because if he has advertised the post, we would have known, he would have submitted a document of his mark sheets and degrees, we would have known. But here, very conveniently, the VC has avoided. I am sure that at some point of time, this will be proven that he probably doesn't qualify anything and none of this has any genuinity. But that doesn't matter to us because procedure has not been followed. And there I will say that he has very blatantly violated the model CRR rules, which is against the UGC norm, and he has to make answerable, and he is answerable to that. Coming to the next point, that he said the executive power of VC. And he said that the VC has executive power. And we would like to read this. You know, the Nehu Act, clause 12.3, which is basically this. This is the Nehu Act, clause 12.3. And I'll read it. He also read it there. It says, and I would like to read it so that it's convenient. Again, I will give a copy to every member. The Vice Chancellor may, if he is of the opinion that immediate action is necessary on any matter, exercise any power conferred on any authority of the university by or under this act, and shall report to such authority the action taken by him on such matter. These are actions to be taken, not appointment. He cannot appoint a teacher or a non-teaching staff claiming under this particular clause, and hence This clause applies to something else, that there will be an urgency to take an action, a decision, which he cannot make. But appointments are beyond. For appointment of teachers, we have the UGC Regulation 2018, adopted by Nehu, like all other universities, including colleges. For appointment of non-teaching staff, we have the model CRR rules. Beyond that, there is nothing. There is absolutely nothing that VC can claim. However, what is important to understand is that he has not advertised the post, so we don't know the qualification of this guy. He simply seems to have picked up somebody from somewhere. We don't know, because I don't think you have heard about Rohit Sharma, Rohit Prasad, the great, that he has achieved something in this country, that he is somewhere he was working in IIT Roorkee, and this vice chancellor, pick him up and put it in Nehu. This is a blatant violation of the model CRR VC, and also a
taking a cue from what Chairman of JAG has said, that you may recall what the Vice Chancellor said that day, that Mr. Rohit Prasad has been brought to give the online mark sheets, online registration, online certificates for the students. And also he has stressed that where a new policy has been adopted like NEP, Mr. Rohit Prasad will play an important role. But I'd like to inform through the media that right from 2002, one company from Bangalore, a very renowned company which has been looking after many universities, it is a logistics company. From 2002 till 2015, it was looking after the annual system. And when the semester system started, the same company, using a software called Takshila, it is providing all the data and the mark sheets of the students, and along with the certificates and the registration. And the same company is ready with the online mark sheet, certificate and registration, which is pending for approval. So the claim that bringing Rohit to the university for online mark sheet, I think it is not correct. Because this has been done clearly by this company. And it is ready. It's only waiting for the approval. And even for this software is ready even for NEP. It's completely ready. The person concerned from the company had come a few months ago. He has done the complete groundwork, and NEP, software for NEP for doing everything, the data and everything, they are ready. So whenever NEP is implemented, as it is implemented now, they are ready to go ahead, but it's pending for approval. So what the Vice Chancellor has said that day, that bringing Rohit for online certificate and NEP does not have much weightage. So, and going much further, that day the Vice Chancellor has said at the press conference that this statutory post like a registrar and finance officer, he will be appointing in the month of January, February. I do not understand the reason for the delay, because this post has been advertised last year, if I'm not mistaken, in the month of November, and the screening process also has been completed. We have asked him and demanded time and again that any university requires a person from administrative background to hold the post of a registrar, financial background to hold the post of the finance officer, and for the post of this university engineer, we need an engineering background. But if you see now, in our university, we have a registrar, finance officer, and a university engineer in charge, who are from the teachers. So you cannot expect much from them, because they are not from administrative background, they are not from the finance background, they are not from the engineering background. So we fear that if they cannot deliver, then the university will go on a downfall. For example, like for a finance officer, if he does not have any financial background, what can you expect? For university engineer, you have a university engineer in charge who is not from engineering background. Building will collapse. He will not know what to do. So these are the things which we would like to bring to the media, to the public, that this Vice Chancellor is not taking things very seriously. That is what I like to say. Had he taken things seriously, we would not be here. And there would have not been any agitation against him. We would have been happy with his performance. That is all I would like to say.
Thank you.